Happy Friday, singer. Happy Friday. I am exhausted. I stayed up and did lesson plans, but the thing about it today is the eighth graders went on a career trip or something. So I only had them for first period. So then second period, I just did my class over, put them in groups, and I'm trying to do papers, but I'm trying to understand some of these kids just went terribly wrong on this work, and I'm trying to see like what, like where they lost at, because I hate to give so many people zeros, but some of them got it. Some of them was like, "What are you doing?" And I could tell some of them copied. And I like when they copy because I'm gonna put it in their face, the same exact problem today, and say, "Do it in front of me. Do it in front of me." No, not an ounce of work. Just answers on here. Oh, you did. Thank you so much. That could be like a damper on my spirit too, unknowingly or knowingly. I just don't feel good. But I'm gonna get through today. The next two periods is my prep. So my goal is to grade those packet of papers because I did not last night. I just did lesson plans so that I don't have to do it this weekend. Right after school, there's rank club. It's like I really don't want to go because I don't feel good, but I'm gonna lie. Go out. No, y'all can't be on live no more. Um, so that was so hard. That seemed so harsh, but I don't want to hear people mouth about these kids being alive, even though they do want to be on here. Uh, yeah, I'm tired. How are you this Friday? How are you this Friday? That's awesome. That's so awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. 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 Another part of me really want to take a nap. That would be like an hour and a half nap that I could take. I think I'm gonna do 45-minute grade, 45 minutes take a nap. That's nice. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So you don't have to worry about it. And it always feels good to come back to a clean house, you know? Like this morning, I left my room a mess. But that's why I'm so excited because when I move, I'll have a two-bedroom. Not saying I want the other room to be a mess, but at least my room will be clean. The other room is gonna be like a dressing room. Like I already started looking up these IKEA things, and I'm gonna put it on the wall, and it has like closet and shelf space. It's gonna be like a girly room, girly room. And I went on one side. I want to put like on one side. I want to put like it's not called grass. It looked like grass, but it's not called grass. But that fake shrubbery or whatever on the wall, and I want to decorate with different roses and stuff. And then in the middle, I'm thinking to get this light that says continue to blossom even through the storms or something like that. Like, yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, like leaves. Yep. And stuff like this really makes me think about my ex because I know he would help me like put it up. Because I don't know how many hoses in the wall right now in my apartment because I just was learning how to put stuff up myself. My chairs in my dining area. I still got the new little what do you call it? Bottom pieces. I don't know what you call it, but I got new ones that I was supposed to put on my chairs. I say when I move to my new apartment, I'll put them on my chairs because I put them on wrong. Like, yeah, put them on. I put them on. So learning how to be a handyman. I'm learning how to be a handyman. It is so hot. I need to turn the air on. And usually I'm cold and I'm burning out. Yes. Sure. I'm on live. Don't come over here. What did you say, Issa? They not gonna see me. I just oh you got I can't receive. Um, That is so nice. No, I was thinking about getting a PO box, like if I ever like got sponsored or something by like somewhere. I guess I should look into that. I should look into that because that's one of the things I have been looking into. Like, how do you get your first sponsor bills? Because I follow people that like have. Not saying I have this big lie, not saying I have this huge following, but I made it over 1,000. And I follow people who don't have that, and they have sponsor deals and stuff. You where your channel members will give you ideas. I'll look into get one. I'll definitely look into because I don't think they cost that much per year. So yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm trying this. Is this a new one? No, this is not a new one. Because I was gonna say because you just walked in my room. You're still walking in here. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. If you need something from me, you should probably say, "Good morning, Miss Love." Then ask something, but don't just walk around my room. Audacity. Good morning. How are you? Of course. Do you see it? Jesus. I gotta lock my doors. This is my break. I gotta lock my doors. I am excited to get off work. I'm supposed to go to I call it OG, but it's Olive Garden with my best friend Kelly because you're welcome. See you later. They have this soup that I like. Um, chicken noodle. Chicken noodle. I said I'm gonna try to make it myself, but it's delicious. I really enjoy it. You love Olive Garden? It's I'm not gonna say I think I love like the idea that it's like where me and Kelly go. Like that's our place, you know? I think I love it. In regards to food. Yeah, it's just a little warm, but I'm okay. It's probably just warm. And I got this hot sweatshirt on. Mhm. What's it say? Yeah, oh, they do have good sangria there. They do have good sangria. Um, yeah, should be a nice vibe. Run Club is at 7:30 tomorrow. So I figure if I eat them. Good morning. So where are y'all coming from? Does this teacher not have a sharpener? Where are y'all coming from? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, I had the apple one and I had the watermelon one. I think it's on the floor over there. Because two other people just came here. Can you put it on the table for me? Because I don't know why they left it on the floor. Thank you so much. Delicioso. Delicioso. My hair is getting old now, but I need to keep it in until after the run and then I'll take it out after the run. I got a card from here. I keep forgetting to take it to my mom. Yeah, I was about to say, do you like Starbucks? They gave me a Starbucks card. I'm gonna give it to my mom. She goes to Starbucks often. She goes to Starbucks often. I'm going to give her give it to her. It's like when the kids are here, they drive me nuts. And then when they're not here, I feel a little bored. That's why I need to grade these papers. I don't know. These kids be writing so crazy. Sometimes I don't even know where they went wrong at because the way they wrote is so crazy. Yeah, they have a lot of sugar and things in their drinks, especially depending on what you get. Before he should got 28 and 135 or 20. Mm, what? How did he get this? I think I'm gonna take a nap. I think I'm about to go take a nap because maybe one of my friends can help me grade these papers. That's one thing I do. Like you have from Monday to Monday to put grades in. I try to put them in as soon as possible, just so I can have the weekend free and just so the students can always know where their grade is. But this is definitely about to be a Monday thing. Definitely. What's one of your favorite artists? Like right now, I've really been listening to Olivia Dean. I just love her album. It just, I relate to it so much. I feel like I always listen to Tim's. Who are some artists that you like to listen to? Yeah, it's a charter school. Your favorite artist is Beyonce. I think she's a great singer. I don't know. I've never been one to like go buy her CDs, and I've never bought any of her CDs, but I like I haven't been one of the ones that's like the Beehive. I think that's what they call y'all, the Beehive. Old school artists. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, my favorite song is by Luther Vandross. If This World Were Mine. I love that song. Like I can listen to it every day. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that a person is willing to give somebody all these things. And of course, it's just a song, but just thinking about it outside of a song is beautiful. Because I think to truly love somebody, there's going to be sacrifice and you have to be selfless at times, you know? And that takes a lot. It takes a strong person to do that. Good. Don't harass nobody online. Because that is so crazy to me when people do that for anybody, even if it's your family member. I just think it's wrong. Like, if you don't agree with something, keep it pushing. Don't harass somebody because everybody's going to have their viewpoint. Uh, I would like for it to be my wedding song. It's this other song I sent my friends. It's called "Looking for Love." No, "Looking for God." But as he was looking for God, he found his love. He found his wife. That's it. I'm playing a little bit. Yeah, I think it's so crazy. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining along. Look, is this person. And it reminded me of my journey that I'm on now too. Like, not that I'm looking for God because I have a relationship with God, but just focusing on God. And I feel like if I focus on God, all the desires of my heart, they'll come. They'll come in God's perfect timing. Like He knows what I desire, He knows what I need, He knows the purpose He has for me, what would distract me, what would keep me on track, you know? So I feel like if I just keep seeking God, if I keep loving God, if I keep loving Ashley, okay, whoever gonna be is, then it will come. Kevin Ross. Okay. Yeah. So every time I think about like contacting my ex, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't want to feel like I'm chasing somebody. Like if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not meant to be, it won't be. You know, and it is what it is. But I feel like if I look for God, things would just fall. Things would just happen, and it'll come together. It will come together. And it will never take away the experiences I share with my ex, or, like I will always say that was, I can't say is because we're not together, but that was the love I really loved him. But that's neither here or there. I'm off my soapbox. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't gotta chase what's for you. You don't gotta harass what's for you. You don't gotta, it's yours already. It's just it'll come to you when it's supposed to come to you at the perfect timing. Because you don't want something prematurely and then you mess it up. So I feel like I was just sharing with my friends, like, I was like, if I gotta be honest with myself, even though I desire marriage so much, was I ready for marriage a year or two ago? No, I didn't even know how to love myself properly, or what it looked like to love myself properly. So it's like, even though I desired it, I was not ready and I would have messed it up. Like, there's some things that I feel like in my previous relationship that is like, looking back on it now, it's like, dang, I could have done that better. Or, dang, that person like would do anything for me. Like, I was just thinking about the other day, I needed something for my classroom. Like, dang, if I would call him, he'd be like, all right, well, my day off, I'll go get it for you. Whereas other people who've been in and out of my life like quickly, a friend for like a month or two or something like that, nothing serious. Like, they were really selfish, like to the point where there was no point of us talking. Like, we're not on the same level, we're not in the same library, So I feel like outside of my old relationship, just learning like what's a negotiable, what's a non-negotiable, what's important to me is standard, and what's like, all right, I can compromise. Mhm. Yeah, my ex was my first love until I met my soulmate. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, crap. That's sad. That that whole baby mom I don't want to call it baby mom drama, but the whole like connection that they'll forever have because of their kid, that is definitely something you really have to be like mature enough to handle, and the other person. Cause I feel like I love my bonus. Like, I think about my bonus. Well, I call it bonus. I think about her all the time. Like, I wonder what she looked like. She probably into all types of different teenage things now. She's not like a teenager, but 11 now. I think she 11. Like, I think about her often, like, because I just remember how I used to help her with her schoolwork, or when we did go out with her dad together. Like, some of my first things I experienced with her, like, and it was going well, and then, I guess her mom didn't like it, and then she felt like she had to choose between me and her mom. Of course, she's gonna choose her mom. Whereas I feel like as a child, they should never have to choose. Like, like her dad was not gonna have her around nobody crazy. And it took forever for him to even introduce her to me. So yeah, don't downgrade yourself for any because I agree. I agree. Like, I totally agree. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's how I try to see things, like not comparing it to other situations, but you just never know why God allows things to happen. Something you think is going to build you up or seemingly seems great could be terrible, could be toxic, could be, awful. Yeah, that would be hard. That would be hard. Now I feel like whoever I do talk to, or whatever, I have to know, like, okay, Ashley, you're of the age, people are going to have kids. They may. I'm not saying everybody has kids because I don't have kids, but they may have kids because of their age, or they may have had a marriage, or they may, like, as we're getting older, and these things happen. So that's why I was just thinking in my mind, like, God knows what I can handle and what I can't handle, what I deserve and what I don't need. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I guess I'm willing to have a bonus child. I guess because I like kids, but I would just really want to know that the parents have a cordial relationship, that the other parent wouldn't get involved in a negative manner because of jealousy or envy or anything like that. Because I'm here just to be a bonus. I'm here just to be an extra, not to take your place as a parent. Thank you, singer. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I've been having dreams about it recently. So I told my mom the other day, I was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just stay focused. Just stay focused. Thank you. Just stay focused. And that's what I've been doing 2025 and this year. Like, and I think that's how I've been able to reach certain goals. Like, I gotta focus on me. I gotta keep going. And when somebody does come, make sure I'm not allowing that person to take away or get in the way of me chasing dreams and chasing goals, but let them be a helpmate. Yeah, you're right. It definitely is rare, but it's out there. You're right about that. Dang, now that the person was standing by my hand, I just realized I didn't put my rings on today. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Like, and not saying that I think my ex was a hindrance at all, because he was a big supporter of my business, my girls program. Like me being a teacher, even if he didn't agree with it, he still supported me. Um, yeah, so I definitely think support and adding, and I feel like just being careful that, because I always feel like it's never the person that makes you make them an idol or unknowingly, but it's your love for them. And I feel like you gotta be able to balance, or really not even balance, identify. I gotta love God. I gotta love myself. Then I love you. Yeah, yeah. And I need, if you don't know about the love that God has for me, then you probably, or that God has for you, then how would you properly know how to love me or what love is? Yeah, he could have been. He could have been. And I feel like that's the part where I have to lean into, I guess. Like, actually, everybody is, actually, even though you wanted him to be the book, maybe he was a chapter. Maybe he might be a returning chapter. Maybe he's a chapter with a hard end. And be okay with it and just know, like, even in all that, God is God. Even in all that, it doesn't take away from my worth or my value. It just adds to the experience, you know? And it doesn't take away from who he is, because I will scream, he is awesome, he's marvelous, and me. Like, I'm talking about him now, you know, like, so just really learning, like, things happen for a reason. Yeah. I'll be wondering, like, did she be like, well, what happened to Miss Ashley? Remember what I used to be with her? She like, Miss Ashley, Miss Ashley, Miss Ashley, Miss Ashley. Like, it really felt like a little family. Like, she would come over to my apartment, like, you know how people have a routine. She knew where her snacks were, get her snacks, or we gotta start this work. And then she knew I was a little bit lenient. Okay, we can play a little bit, then we gotta do your work. Or I'll read this, you gotta read this, you know? It was just, it was just nice. It was nice. You said about the nice ones. Yes. And that was the thing. Like, I know it was a big thing, invite me, like, introducing me to his daughter, introducing me to his family. But it always just end up being to a point like, is that it? Like, where are we going from here? But I don't want to be somber. We don't have to talk about him anymore. I won't bring him back up. I did not eat breakfast. I probably should get something to eat. I really want a pretzel. It's not the healthiest thing. I need to eat food. What was dinner last night? Pineapples? I need to eat food. I need to eat food. What you eat for breakfast today? Um, I didn't eat because I just made it on time for work today. I kept hitting the snooze button. Um, no, the only thing I packed today, I did pack some pineapples, which my students ate. I think I have a little bit left. I told my one student I was saving some, and then I picked this. This is one of my favorites. It's the sparkling sherbet kind, which I'll probably drink in a little bit before seventh grade class. But I am hungry. I think they're pretty good. The one I had yesterday was pina colada. I think that's my top one now. At first, blue raspberry something was my top one. So now the pina colada one is my top one. And then we'll see how this is. See, I like sherbet, so I'm thinking I'm gonna like this one. The orange sherbet's so good. And then, and here is Crystal Light, maybe from 2 days ago, a day ago. Because what happened is I had bought yesterday. I was supposed to use my Dunkin' powder thing and I didn't. I had bought a Dunkin' refresher. So I drank all that. Yeah. I like it because it's low in calorie, no carbs, and it's an energy drink. Where some of the other energy drinks have a bunch of carbs and sugar. I like those crystals like too. My favorite crystal light, which I deem as unhealthy, is the fruit. I actually have one left. I didn't give them all to the kids. Oh yeah, this one. But it's like crack. It tastes like Kool-Aid. And then I'll be making it taste like Kool-Aid because I put like lemon or lime juice in it. But I always do it with extra water because I personally feel like it's sweet. I feel like I feel like it's sweet. I feel like it's sweet. Dirty Powerful movies. That's getting on. And they probably enjoyed it. They probably liked it very much. Very much. Very, very much. I'm tired. I'm tired. The best. See, that I was talking about the ex. Sometimes I'll be going to just randomly FaceTime him just to see if he's gonna pick up. And I don't even get mad because he never picks up. I don't even get mad. I just laugh like, okay, well, I tried. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm about to just go to sleep. I'm not gonna do it. I never heard this song. It's Tim's. Wickedest. Songs are always a good vibe. All right. I'm about to go take a nap so I don't make any rash decisions. Why did you guys break up if you don't mind me asking? I think a big part of it is I wanted marriage, and you said there was no benefit in marriage to him. And then it probably really ended because we were supposed to, where was it, Christmas Eve and Christmas and stuff like together. But we were like, to me, I felt like we were on a downhill. Like we weren't even together at this point. Like we were together. Um, like we were in the motions of together, but we had actually broke up like in that March of that same year. But then we got back into the motions of doing the same things together, but never like, okay, we're back together. Like that was never stated. We were back in emotions, but like I also felt like some of his conversations didn't include me or sound like we were back together. And then I remember the month before, this is why I'll never forget this. And these are things like where I said like there's some things I feel like I could have done better. I feel like I could have like voice this or I could have because I feel like my action showed it, maybe I should have voiced it when I had got back from a trip. Um, my transmission went out. and he was on his. We were supposed to go out, so he was already on his way to me because we were about to go out, and my transmission went out, and he was already on his way to me because we were about to go out. And then his job called him for OT, and he took OT. So for me, that was like, you left me. You left me to go to take overtime instead of making sure I was okay. Now, I will say, out of the relationship and stuff like that now, I do still feel that way a little bit, but I will say, like, okay, he did stay on the phone with me the whole time. He did make sure my best friend was on her way, but I just felt like, you left me. You left me to take overtime. Like, in that like stone. And then I thought he was talking to this firefighter girl, which I never said it to him, but I felt like when we would be on the phone and like she would come around because I could hear her. They'd be like, all right, I gotta call you later or something like that. And they'll be like, what? But once again, this is something I did not voice to him. So I think this guy had asked for my number or something like that. And it was a while ago when the guy had asked for my number. And then I think he had hit me up during the time where my transition was out, and this person was willing to come get me. Like, so not that day, but like 2 days later, while my car was getting fixed, this person was willing to come get me. Whereas I think that was the same day, like he like sent money for Uber. Like it was just like, do you care about me? Like it really was giving me that vibe. So Christmas Eve, I had already told my ex, like, hey, I don't have the money. So I had just put all this money in my transmission. So like the stuff we usually do, like I had our pajamas, but I was like, I don't have money to get us food, like to cook or whatever. And he was like, all right. And he's supposed to give me food. And then um everyone has their own opinions, but thank you for sharing. But uh so I think, yeah, so Christmas Eve I had went to breakfast with this guy. And the crazy part about it is the entire time we talked about my ex, so that was the crazy part about it, like the entire time. So I think he had called me while I was waiting for the guy, like if the guy was about to take me home or no, he wasn't taking me home. Like we were going back to where I parked my car at. And then I think he had called me during that time. I'm like, I gotta call you back or something. And I never called him back. So when I went home, I like went to sleep. Then later that evening, he was like, well, what'd you do today? And I told him, I was like, oh, I went to breakfast with my friend. He said, your friend who? I said, Jay. And then from there, it was just like, I guess he thought I was the worst person in the world. And he said some crazy things to me. And the only reason why I remember them because they're like literally in my notes because I couldn't believe he said some of the things to me. And then, and I know I don't personally think he meant those things. I think maybe he was just really hurt or crushed or I don't know. But like I said, that wasn't my intention. Like we talked about you the entire time. And then whatever I had left at his house, he brought it over. This is all Christmas Eve. He brought it over and he was basically done. I think we end up going to the phone store the following week. I didn't want to end. Like I wanted us to be able to work through it. Da 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 da. He was like, let's go to the phone store. We separate our phone lines. That is the last time I saw him in person. That was January 7th or January 8th, 2025. Last time I heard his voice, last time I saw him in person. And when we left the phone store, he got in his car. He said, I made us enemies or something. He pulled off. I cried in my spot for like 30 minutes. I didn't pull off. And then throughout the year, I will try to hit him up and stuff like that. He would never respond. So 6 months in, I sent him like a message because I remember like in November or something, he had told my friend, like, yeah, we're gonna get back in 6 months. Not this is before we broke up, but like he probably could sense too, like something was like going downhill or whatever. And then so I called him in I emailed him in 6 months and told him how I was feeling, da, da, da. And that's when he sent me, I put it on my post too, like he sent me, I'm doing just fine. So whatever I had tried to be healed from in 6 months, it like ripped that and started all over because it's like this person I was with for 7 years of my life, this person that you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna marry, didn't even respond to my email with words or anything, but you sent a song. I don't need you in my life. I'm doing this fine. So then I had to start the healing process all over again. And then I think during that time, that's when I started going back to the gym. Like it was like I need something because the first 6 months I had gained weight. Like whatever I did lose prior, I had gained weight. And I just had to find me. I had to learn what does it mean to love me. I had to learn like everything I'm teaching my girls in my girls programs. I had to teach myself and really believe in those things and then accept like what God has for me is for me. And yeah. So then like a month or two ago, I emailed him again. And I know y'all probably like whoever's watching, like, girl, keep contacting him. He ain't contacting him. Because I always have this urge, like, if something's on my own, why would I keep it to myself? Why wouldn't I tell that person? Which is not, I'm not saying the best secret, but that's just how I've been moving. Um, and I was like, our anniversary or Cinderella Day, I call it, is May 3rd. So this May 3rd would have made it not, if we were still together, it would have made it 9 years. And to me, in my mind, would we have been in the same predicament? Would we have been in the same, like, would we still been unmarried? Would we still would have been moving the same way? But maybe you getting everything you want, but I desire marriage. So me settling. And I think one of the things I learned was if I believe in God and I believe God is so grateful and he's this big God that he can do anything, why would I settle? That's not fair to that's not fair to either one of us, you know? Because I will grow to resent you probably, you know. So I was like, yeah, let's go for a walk because that's something we used to always do, like go for hikes and walks and things like that. And he responded. He didn't respond words, but he responded. And he responded with question marks. So I'm telling you, I'm driving. I'm driving the tutor and I'm smiling like this I am. Get wretched. That's wretched Coco. Like responded, what's up? Still he responded with hearts, but I was like super excited, like, wow, this person responded back to me. Like, um, so I sent an email back, why? Like, this is a special day to me and Cinderella Day. Like, I just want us to go for a walk, whatever. And then he texts me. He did email back, but I saw the text before I saw his email back. His text said, what is that saying? I'll let you know the next day I'm off work and we can meet up. So at this point, I'm so excited because the whole time, I was sending him text messages here and there, like on holidays and stuff, but he would never respond. So I'm like, oh, I'm blocked. Because now on iPhone, even when you are blocked, it looks as if your stuff went through. So I never knew if I was blocked or not, but I always would just send like how I feel or whatever. Um, so that was cool. So then I saw his email, and his email said, I'm at work. So I think he must have not really saw my first email about the certain day. So maybe he thought I was asking that day, like, hey, you wanna go? And he was like, no, I was talking about May 3rd or whatever. So then I realized that the Broad Street Run is on May 3rd. So if he did decide to say yes, I didn't want him to think I was like playing games or anything like that. So I reached out through text. I was like, hey, are you free between this week and next week? Or when are you off or something? Because I'm doing a Broad Street Run that day. And he just simply said, I'm not available at the moment. I'll contact you at a later date. Good luck on your run. I said, thank you. He said, you're welcome. And that was that. I think I texted him one more time when I was with my friend Sharonda, because that was somebody he liked, liked as a friend or whatever for me. And that was actually one of my friends we actually went out with. Um, but he never responded, which at that point I'm okay with because it's like, well, I'm used to you not responding. But I haven't heard anything from them since then. And at one point it like made me get down a little bit because it's like, well, why'd you respond? But then the other part of me is like, I can't expect people to respond and do what I want them. Like he has his life, I have my life, and at this point, I just left it alone. Like even when I have these urges to want to call him or Facetime him now, I just don't because I just feel like that's unfair to me. Because now it makes me feel like I'm chasing you, and that's not fair to me. And that's what I said. Maybe he's still hurt, and I hope I would not want him to still feel hurt. I can't control how he feels. Um, because I always think like, okay, he was hurt. I also was hurt. And not to compare how we both were hurt because everybody heals in different timings, but it's just like I think that's what for me lets me be like, okay, hands off. And I feel like I'm violating his boundary if I call or FaceTime him. Like I try to check myself on that because I think that's a bit selfish of me. So I just leave it alone. I just leave it alone. And I always wonder, like, does he see me? I've never seen him. Never. We've never run into each other. I'll be honest, I purposely would go in the beginning, not now. So when we first broke up, I would purposely go to places we used to go to together. Like, even though there would be a more convenient Target to me, we used to go to a different Target or a trader, like just certain stuff. This was in the very beginning when we first broke up. I don't do those things anymore because I just feel like I think it's just a disservice to me to chase anyone. And not saying he's not worthy to be chased, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I just respect his boundary. And in my happy thoughts, probably delusional thoughts, I'm like, I could see him after my Broad Street run. Like those are my thoughts. But I've come to the conclusion like I'm good even if I don't. I'm still blessed. I'm still whole. I'm still renewed. I'm still healing. There's always going to be some part of me that's not fully healed just yet because I still think about him. I still yearn for him. I was with him 7 years. Like that's all I know. And that's all I wanted to know. And probably still want to know if I'm being honest, like I don't, and I always think like within a year I've changed so much. So he may not even like me. I may not even like him. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree because each time like I reach out and say like I'm okay with him not picking up, it do hurt. Like it's still like, especially since he responded that one time. So that's why I refuse to do it. Like I can't, I don't want to do it. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to him. So, and the fact that I don't know, like if he's with someone and I never want to disrespect, if you moved on, I'd never want to be that person disrespecting your relationship or what you got going on. Like, that's not who I am. So I just hold on to like what God has for me is for me in God's perfect timing. Yeah, yeah. That's why I say I just try to read my word. I just try to stay busy and stay focused. Not busy that I'm like trying to fill up my time, but just what does Ashley like? Like, what do you want to do? What new things? That's why I think I was saying it last night how I want to go to this restaurant. Like, even if I go by myself, I'm going to get dressed up and go to this restaurant, have dinner, because it's okay to be by yourself. Perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. And I feel like before I didn't know how to be by myself. Like he did. Because I used to feel like he would be pushing me away if he wanted to be at his house by himself. But now that I understand the value in alone time and resetting, it's like, oh, that's just what he wanted. Like that didn't take away him liking me or loving me. He just needed a reset. And he had, I'm not gonna say he had more things going on, but we all had separate things. Like he had a whole daughter. I had my business, I had tutoring, I had my girls program. So it's like it's a lot that I took from the break or the separation, whatever you want to call it, the breakup. It's a lot I took from it that I actually learned from him, the understanding like, oh, this person was not pushing me away. It's important for you to have you time and me time and self care, because self care to me is different from self maintenance. I'm always going to maintain because I like to look nice. But self care, what are you doing to show your body you love it? Eating healthy, taking walks, exercising, joining a new class, being with friends, meeting new people. My friend Sharonda has taught me that too. I freaking love her. Yeah. 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 So, and it's been really eye opening and helpful though, and helpful. And I just remind myself, like, and I think about him. I pray for him. I pray for his family. Like, um, I wasn't seeing one of his relatives I used to see often, like when I would go visit my mom. And I didn't see him in a while. I'm like, Mom, what is going on? Is everybody okay and everything? Like, I immediately got worried and concerned. And I just like, girl, that's not your place. Give it to God, keep it moving. So when I do think about texting him or FaceTiming him most recently, I just pray. Like, God, make sure he's safe, make sure he's good. God, whatever you have for me, whatever I need to do with my heart pertaining to him, you do the work, God, and help me to do my part too. I believe that. Yes. And that's how I feel now. Like, I feel good for myself. Like, it's not that like, oh my God, I gotta have a man, but do I desire companionship and all that kind of stuff? I know. Yeah, I definitely do. I like cooking for people. I desire to be a wife, you know? But if that's not in God's plan for me, I'm learning to accept that. Or maybe it's not in his plan today or tomorrow, next year, whatever. I have learned to accept it and just to stay focused. I'm not grading these papers. Not today. Not today. Not today. I don't feel like it. Yeah, so that is that. Oh, this is an easy grade. Maybe I'm gonna grade the stuff that's easy. This is why I don't like giving them a bunch of problems either, because who wants to grade a bunch of problems? I don't. So I try not to give them a bunch of stuff with a bunch of problems. So I can just grade these two things. You're welcome. It actually is so crazy because I think I was saying this on here. I probably stopped like, oh, I wonder if he sees me. Like, I wonder if he sees my YouTube, or like when I first started YouTube years ago, he was somebody who encouraged me, especially when I used to do like my shopping hauls and stuff like that. Like he was a big supporter. Like he always helped me. Um, but I've been wondering, like, does he see me? And if he does he watch my videos or did he just turn away? Like, does he know how I'm doing? And like I do wonder that because I know I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't know if he work at the same fire station. I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on inside. Um, but if he does, I hope he sees this video and watches through, because I feel like everything I just shared with you was some things I wanted to share with him or would like to share with him, especially the whole part about like how I felt about him leaving me on a hill. I think I said it once to him, but I don't think he knew how I felt about like the girl thing. And it could very much have been just how I felt. It could have been a something untrue, but I made it a reality for me and I reacted off of that reality. Or him knowing like I understand this now or I appreciate this more now. You know, it was something when I was talking to this one guy that he wouldn't do, and this one guy actually did, and it was like, you doing this compares nothing to all like it was like it was like no comparison. Like it was like, oh, I can go without that. That is not important in comparison to this. Like I've learned so much from it. So I would want him to like just know that like in my mind, I guess in my mind it's like I just never want him to think like I intentionally like hurt him, like like I intentionally went and sought somebody, or because that is the furthest from the truth, or like I don't know, like I just don't want anybody to think I ever like would intentionally like hurt them or like yeah, like I don't know. So like I said, if he does watch my videos, like I hope he sees this one through, because it's like it's still hard for me to even understand like, yo, we're not together, like, and it's over a year later and it's just like, wow, like but life happens. But I love him deeply. I love his daughter. It's not gonna just go away. It's not gonna just go away. And that's one of the things I was telling my mom. Like, mom's like, always bring him up, or you don't have a scenario where I'm like, no, that's who I did it with, or no, like, and I don't think she's saying it to be mean. I think she's saying it because she know it hurt me, or like she don't want me sad about it. But I feel like talking about it, it helps. Like, this is what happened. This is part of my healing journey, and it's okay to feel these feelings. And I think that's why I always reach out, because it's like I want you to know, like, no, I didn't just move on. No, I didn't stop thinking about you. No, like, no, it don't just, even I talked to two people since then, and I say talk because that's what it was. It was nothing. Something. I talked to two people, and even those two people accused me of, which they were true, like, oh, you still on him, or like, you're not serious about this, or like, well, I'm like, yes, I am, because I'll be trying to be, and it's like, nah, I needed to heal. Yeah, and she said it. She was like, no, I just know how sad you were, and I just want you to be healed and stuff like that, and just always drilling in my head like what God has for you is you, for you. If it's him, it's him. If it's not him, it's not him. Like it's okay, actually. Like you're good, you're good. So I don't know. I was just wanting to know, like, I don't hate you. I did not intentionally hurt you. Like none of that. Like I don't know, like what's in his mind. Like I feel like whereas I send emails or text messages saying how I feel, I don't know how he feels. I know you sent me. I don't need you in my life. I'm doing just fine. Like, and for a long time, I've used that as fuel, as anger, which is unhealthy. But that is what I did for a long time. Like, I was hurt. I was angry. Like, how dare you send me something like that? Like, what? I thought we were deeper than, like, to me, it made me feel like he just flung me off and like he doing his own thing. And if that's what he's doing, that's what he's doing, like, to each his own. But I do feel like the last year, even now, is still good for me. It's so good for me. Just the things I've accomplished and things I've learned. So, yeah. And even because I know how he is, I never use his name on here. I never use his name on here. Just because how, I'm not gonna say weird, but just how out of respect for him, I never use his name. I always say the X, which I hate saying. Yeah. Well, I pray that God continues to heal his heart and his mind, and maybe he can bring mentors in his life to not even like, oh, Ashley's the one, nothing like that, but like just so he don't have to be in pain or anything like that. Because I feel like that's what helped me, different mentors or people in my life who experienced the same thing, or something similar, that it helped me. Like, it's okay if you upset. Like, one of my close friends at work, I call her my sister, Maya, she always tells me, like, it's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay. It's okay. Like, because she feels like sometimes I criticize myself for feeling how I feel, like I'm not supposed to feel a certain way, but it's like, no, there's people who've gone through relationships and breakups like this who are now on drugs or who killed themselves or did crazy things. So it's like, it's okay that you're feeling how you're feeling, and use those feelings, use those feelings to help you. Yeah, I just did it today. After the eighth grade class left. I feel like it's going to give me an opportunity. Remember, I was telling you about the AB. So now I could do ABCD, one, two, three, four different colors, and then they'll be able to work differently. So I want to see how this works, especially if there's no changes next year with the room. So now I know, okay, this works for groups, or okay, this is how it's going to work for group work and partner work. So I definitely taken everything. I do have a quick question. So do we have what's up with Monday? Because on the scope and sequence it says no school, but I'm assuming there's school because I didn't hear anybody say there's no school. Yeah. So I was wondering, like, is there school? Is there PD or I don't think nobody's paying attention to it anyway. Like, okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You too. I love you so much. Thank you for being amazing. She's usually in there. She might be in the printer room because she's usually in her room. Mm. Yes, I just spilled all my guts out, and I am going to be saving this because if he is watching, I want him to see this. I want you to see this. But Singer, you always, I'm telling you, Singer, I told to my friends about you. I'm like, yeah, because Singer's my cousin a lot. I'm looking for Singer. Yeah, but it definitely it helps just to say it. It helps a lot just to get it all out. And it reminds me, like, I'm human. Hi, how are you? It's hard, hurts. Ah, that was a lot. Let me have a sip of my crystal light. However, that was just the end. But throughout the entire thing, we did trips together. We went shopping together. We cooked together. We did little things together. Like, it was the bomb. It was amazing. And then when he finally did let me have a key to his apartment, that was amazing. So, like, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. So it was just like, dang, what a love, what a love, what a love. Yes, that's what it felt like. It felt like a healing session. I felt like I needed to release those tears and be authentic. So I would encourage anybody else out there, if you do watch this video, that, breakups are hard, but you will get through. You can get through. And just make sure your heart and mind is open to whatever God is doing during that season. You never know what God needs to pull out of you in different season and what he has to do in order for you to get there. And I always share, like, I feel like God had to break my heart in order for me to give my heart back to him, because all my heart was to my ex. And that's not bad to love somebody, but, you know, based on what I believe and my faith in God, my heart, my soul, it all belongs to you. And then everybody else is an addition. It is an addition, a wonderful addition, but it is an addition. And just to always keep God first, always keep God first. And that's crazy thing is, my favorite verse is Matthew 6:33. Seek the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So when I think about seeking God, like just having an intimate relationship with him, he will provide you with everything else. There's no need to go chase it, because he's going to make sure you have it if it's meant for you. And I had to relearn that. I had to know, like, all right, you doing all this, I'm gonna break you down, girl. And in that breaking, it hurt. It hurt. I remember, every times I would be crying myself to sleep. Like, I would call my mom, like, crying hysterically, calling my friends, like, I can't believe this is, like, to the part where I felt like my heart actually hurt. Like, this is a break in. This is a break in. But sometimes things have to be broken in order for it to be built up again. You know, they still could be used. What they always say about a broken crayon, still can be used. Still can be used. Yep, 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 yep. But yeah. But now I can stay. I feel great. I feel awesome. I have wonderful friends, wonderful family, wonderful experiences, and it's all good. It's all good. It is all good. Built better. And even built better. I was looking at videos from last year. I was like, oh, okay, okay, girl, I see you. When I get hi. When did I get on the scale? I got on the scale this morning, yesterday morning. 169. 169. So I can't get on it again for 2 weeks. I can't get on it again for 2 weeks, because I don't want to be addicted to numbers. I want to be addicted to being healthy, not numbers. Let me show you my little fits for. Oh, look, I changed my room around. So we're going to see how this works. I'm gonna show you the fit for today. Remember, Fridays is when we wear like collegiate, and I look like a little girl today, and I'm okay with it. So I have on a pleated skirt and then this big dress. My mirror always looks dirty, and this big drexel in my favorites. It's so funny because when I first got this shirt, it did not fit like this, and now it just fits like this. But I gotta make sure I have some sort of look to it. Thank you so much. All right, well, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Bye.